How's it going, everyone? We're here for TEC week number 2, going up against KenanBeans and his Lustrous Larvestas. You can see his team in the bottom left. I obviously changed the layout a little bit. You can't see our team anymore, but I mean, you're gonna know what we're bringing anyway, so it's really whatever. Just so that you can see his team a little bit better. Still can't see our stats, but you know what? Whatever. We're just gonna go into it and hope that it's whatever. Anyway, he's got a Corviknight, Victini, Dragonite, Sylveon, Quagsire, Zarude, Scizor, Snorlax, Megamanectric, and Hitmonchan. He actually made a few transactions into going into week 2 this week. He changed Latios for Dragonite, and he also changed Lairon and one other Pokemon to get Hitmonchan. So something to keep in mind for sure. So I also made a change. I traded it. I got rid of Raichu and picked up Boltund and Dracloak, which is Dragapult's pre-evolution. Just for fun, I wanted a little bit more speed, so Boltund gives me a base 121 speed as opposed to Raichu's 110, and basically with the same, well, not the same offensive capabilities, but it's a little stronger, but a little bit less versatile in its coverage moves. But Dracloak also gives me a base 101 speed, so we're kind of firming out our speed tiers a little bit better with that as well. So we picked up 2 Pokemon in it and getting rid of 1, so that's okay. Let's go into our team now. We have physically defensive Gliscor with Protect, U-Turn, Earthquake, and Taunt. Taunt's basically there for, Dragon Dance, Dragonite, Iron Defense, Corviknight, or Defog Corviknight. Sylveon, if it's not offensive, I can, stop it from wishing. I can stop Scizor from clicking Swords Dance and Roost. I can stop Snorlax from clicking Curse. So there's a bunch of applications to this move. Also, if he's like a bulk up jungle healing Zarude, I can taunt that. So that's nice. U-turn is just for U-turn, and Earthquake is to do some damage to things. This isn't our primary answer to Dragonite, obviously. Dragonite has a lot of different coverage moves. He can easily... Alright, there we go. He can easily just run Ice Beam, and we can't stay in against that Pokemon, so this is not our tried and true Dragonite answer. Not that we really have one, but yeah, mocks have not gone well with this team at all, so I've made a few changes since then. But yeah, next up is Porygon 2, kind of our answer to a few different things. His only special attackers are Sylveon, Megamanectric, and I guess Victini, but I'm pretty sure Victini just runs like V-Create, like a physical set, just to spam that, potentially. And yeah, so Porygon 2 has enough SpDef to basically be able to deal with his special threats while also being able to take a few physical hits if need be from like Dragonite or Zarude or potentially, Victini. So we have Recover, Teleport, Tri-Attack, and Ice Beam. I had Toxic on this, but I changed it to Tri-Attack. Well, initially I had Toxic and Tri-Attack, but then I changed Tri-Attack to Ice Beam for Dragonite, and then I changed Toxic back to Tri-Attack because I have Toxic on... This is pretty self-explanatory. I have Toxic on the next Pokemon, which... This is a set I just changed. I had Shell Smash with the White Herb. I changed it because it wasn't doing much in mocks. Quagsire was being a real pain in the ass. And I just wanted something to kind of deal with Victini a little bit better so it can't spam V-Create. So that's what Blastoise is here for. We have Rapid Spin, Flip Turn, Toxic, and Ice Beam. Kind of to deal with that. Also nice for Dragonite, and it's nice for, I guess, Scizor, even though he can kind of set up on me. But yeah, I also needed a Rapid Spinner because I didn't have any hazard. Wait, no, I don't. That's right, I forgot. See, this is why these team builders are nice, so I can go through this. And, he doesn't have any hazards. That's one thing that I forgot to talk about with his team, is that he doesn't have any hazards, so I don't need to run Rapid Spin at all, which is actually really nice. He does have hazard removal. He has Corviknight, but and Scizor, but that's about it. But Corviknight's a good defog, and Dragonite, of course. So I don't need Rapid Spin, so I'm going to change that probably to just a Scald. I mean, you know, it's Scald, so why not? Yeah, there you go. Kind of just ensuring that he can't just V-create. And we also have Flip Turn to get some initiative. Next up, we have Choice Scarfed Victini. Or, sorry, Choice Scarfed Keldeo. I don't know why it's lagging so much. I don't really understand that, but like I click on it and then like 3 seconds later it shows what Pokemon I'm talking about. So we have Modest because I don't think he's gonna. It's enough speed for like an Adamant Scarfed Zarude. Like I don't think he's gonna run Jolly or Timid on either Victini or Zarude if it's Scarfed. So I don't really have to worry about that. I just want to run Modest and do a little bit more damage. Surf, Secret Sword, Icy Wind, and Flip Turn will outspeed. Manectric, it'll outspeed most likely. Victini and Zarude, it'll outspeed. Dragonite at +1. So yeah, and we can also just Flip Turn around unless, of course, he brings that Quagsire. But if he doesn't, then we're good. Next up is Skippy, our Boltund. See, that's what I'm saying. Like when I say what the next Pokemon is, I have already clicked on it. So I don't know, it's just a like. But anyway, Thunderfang, Firefang, Volt Switch, and Crunch. Pretty fun stuff here. Unfortunately, this Pokemon does not get Ice Fang. So that is kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. Crunch is just nice for the Victini. I can Volt Switch around, unless of course he brings that Quagsire, like I said. Looking at the speed, we have enough for what is it? Whatever base 110 he has. Well, again, he does not have a base 110 Pokemon because he doesn't have a Latios anymore. So I'm glad we can switch this out. Let me see. I don't think we can get. Oh, we actually can. Okay, so we can actually run Adamant now because he doesn't have Latios. So you can see how how I have not been able to put that much time into this. I'm just kind of getting a lot of hours in my job this week, so that takes priority. And yeah, so I've been just kind of trying to make a team, and I have had a fair amount of mocks. It's just none of them have really gone well for me. I could also run a bulk up set if I really wanted. So I'll debate that a little bit more. I'm supposed to have the battle today, but we don't really know exactly when. Just at some point before I go into work, I'll have the battle. So I could run like a bulk up Thunderfang, Firefang, and well, do I even need Firefang? I could run bulk up Thunderfang, play rough definitely, and then something else. Maybe do I get a fighting type move? Yeah, other than bulk up. I don't think I do. Okay. Well, I could run Flame Charge maybe. That'll be fun. Alright, yeah, but I mean, clearly still going through the progressions of what I really want to do with this team. Even though it's kind of been set in stone, but again, it just has not been working out, so I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. So, next up is, last but not least, is Aerodactyl. I had this as Clefable, Fizdef Clefable. I just wasn't using it that much. I mean, outside of like Quagsire, it doesn't, and Dragonite, I guess, it doesn't really do much. So, yeah, Dragon Dance, Stone Edge, Dual Wing Beat, and Fire Fang. Pretty nice. I want Dragon Dance just because, like I said, he could run it up with Scarf Zarude, Scarf Victini, if Dragonite gets up to +1 somehow. Manectric if it runs max speed, which, I mean, I'm still faster than everything naturally, but getting a Dragon Dance up is just going to be like one step ahead, in case those things that I mentioned. This has enough speed to outspeed a Mega Manectric that is speed creeping a Boltund. Basically, I didn't want to have to run Jolly just because Mega Manectric is fast, because there's really no reason for him to just run max speed unless he wants to force me to run Timid Aerodactyl. But even if he does that, if I get a Dragon Dance up, it won't matter. But if I don't have a Dragon Dance up, I will still be able to outspeed. So that's why I didn't want to just run max HP, because if I do that, then I can't outspeed anything unless I get a Dragon Dance up. Well, I can still outspeed a good amount of Pokemon, but definitely not Mega Man Trick, and maybe not Victini or Zarude, um, but probably still Dragonite. But anyway, so yeah, that's gonna be the video. Actually, I actually want to check that. What's our min speed? Oh, never mind. So that's actually crazy. We do still outspeed Victini. We don't outspeed Zarude, but we still outspeed Victini without any speed. But anyway, pretty self-explanatory set here. Just Fire Fang for like Corviknight and Scizor, and yeah, basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. One more thing, I'm gonna risk the accuracy miss. I don't really care. We'll try dragging it out over Own Claws, just in case it ends up working out. So, okay, now it's definitely over. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching Team Builder. I will try my best, try my darndest to do well in this battle. I really don't like the matchup, clearly, as you can tell by how I'm kind of talking about it, but I just think that it's really hard to break through his team with the team that I have. Corviknight's just such a bitch, and then Quagsire. I mean, even Quagsire is going to be a real big problem if he brings it. Sylveon could be really annoying as well. So yeah, it's just not. It probably won't be very fun, but we'll try to work through it and we'll see what we can do. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, here we are in the battle. I don't know why in the team builder at the end I said I'll see you in the next video. I just was so out of it, I wasn't really thinking. But here we are in the battle, like I usually do. Cut from the team builder right to the battle. Going up against KenanBeans and his Lustrous Larvestas. So yeah, as you can see, I made one small change. Well, actually, no, I did. Okay, so I did change Boltund to Bulk Up. It's got Bulk Up, Thunderfang, Play Rough, and Flame Charge. Should have changed Play Rough to Crunch looking at this team, because Play Rough doesn't do me any good because he didn't bring Zarude or Dragonite. But it is what it is. I just wish I had changed that to Crunch because that would have done more damage to Quagsire and Victini. But yeah, also I changed Blastoise to Alolan Persian, physically defensive fully, Alolan Persian with Icy Wind, Burning Jealousy, Dark Pulse, and Parting Shots with the leftovers. So that's the set. It just seems like it's better for Victini overall, because I can take hits. You know, I can take, obviously, Victini gets Bolt Strike, and that's going to do a lot of damage to Blastoise. So I want something to be able to take any one hit from Victini, whatever that might be. With the Fur Coat doubling our defense stat, it's going to be really nice. So yeah, that is the changes we made. He brings a team of Scizor, Mega Manectric, Corviknight, Quagsire, Sylveon, and Victini, so pretty threatening. Right when I went into this battle, I realized I don't have a Toxic user because Blastoise is my only Toxic Pokemon. So now I don't have anything to Toxic Quagsire or Sylveon or anything, which sucks. That just kind of demoralized me and kind of numbed me to this whole battle. I'm going to keep it on normal speed because, well, you'll see why. Anyway, let's start the battle right now. Hop right into this. I lead with Persian. He leads with Sylveon, as I just Parting Shot out to turn 1. I was expecting Victini, but that obviously didn't happen. Go right into the Porygon 2 as he Hyper Voices. He then wishes I teleport. I wanted to bring in Gliscor just to pop the Toxic Orb as soon as possible. I'm going to be able to U-turn as he goes into the Corviknight. I bring in Boltund. Pretty obvious switch in here, and I'm going to predict the Quagsire and double out into Porygon. This doesn't do me any good. I just have to maybe fish for like a Paralyzation or a Burn or whatever, or maybe even a Freeze. But he could just have Scald and thaw himself out. So I go for Tri-Attack. The damage tells me he's physically defensive, not specially defensive. And he misses in Toxic. So hacks number 1. There you go. That's number 1. I don't even know if I want to count them because there's so many. But yeah, so, well, I also got the burn, so that's like 2 hacks in 1 turn. So he Toxics as I'm like, oh shit, gotta switch out. Then I U-turn as he Ice Beams. I go into Keldeo because I want to scout if he's unaware or not. Because he was talking about like a hidden ability preventing him from using a move or something before the battle. I'm like, unaware is Quagsire's hidden ability. But turns out he has Water Absorb, so that's good information to know for my Boltoned, as well as my Mega Aerodactyl. So a few turns later, I'm really got to talk pretty quickly because it's on normal speed. I go for the parting shot, or I go for the burning jealousy just to scout what kind of set this is. It is fully spit F, also has the Moringa berry, and then it starts bulking up. So I'm like, shit, we are in a lot of trouble. I parting shot into Boltoned and just immediately start bulking up. He wasted a turn by going for Roost. He really didn't need to do that. So I'm faster than him, so I'm going to be getting more defense than his attack, pretty much. I'll go for another bulk up. So we have the same defense, but because of my parting shot, he's actually got one boost lower with attack. He goes for power trip, and the next turn I just click Thunderfang trying to get off damage, and I flinch him. I actually, in the moment, I forgot that even flinches. But because I'm Life Orb, I can't sweep because I'm eventually going to die, which kind of sucks. If I wasn't Life Orb, if I was like Leftovers or something, or really anything else, I would have just probably swept because Quagsire isn't unaware. But anyway, I just kind of spam Flame Charge. He lets Manectric get all the way down to 3%, and then he lets Sylveon die. So he could have brought in Quagsire, I guess, but yeah, anyway, it would have been risky for him. So Sylveon's down because of a flinch, basically. He would have Power Chip the next turn and killed me. So, and we got a lot of damage off on Manectric. So, a few turns later, I don't really know what's happening. Basically, Sylveon going down wasn't a huge problem for him, in my opinion. But he brings in Manectric here and basically just sacks it, which is interesting. I was not expecting that. So now he brings in Corviknight, and I'm like, no, you cannot Roost. I'm going to taunt you. And then I U-turn out as he brings in Nike, which is fine with me. I'm going to bring in a Persian here. Just click the Dark Pulse. Can't do much about that. He's going to outspeed me in Trick. Obviously outspeeds me because I have no speed investment, but he tricks me a Choice Band. He probably should have just kept that, but either way. I'm going to Dark Pulse again as he brings in Corviknight. I'm not really sure why, because could have easily brought in Quagsire. I have no investment, so he definitely would have been able to take a bunch of Dark Pulses, or even Scizor. So that's interesting. He brings in Scizor. I know that he's going to want to try to set up since he had Bug Bite and not U-turn. So I just get a little bit of damage off of that. Keldeo. I bring in Persian. I was expecting Quagsire there, or Victini, predicting Burning Jealousy, because he'd already seen that move. But he just stays in. Now I'm like, shit, I'm going to take a lot of damage here from this Pokemon. So I taunt him so that he can't Roost or Swords Dance from now on. And I kind of just Earthquake. I do a third of his health with Earthquake, which is good. Third of his total health, at least. And he Bug Bites there. I guess he was predicting Alolan Persian. Not too sure. But Taunt is actually, I don't know, it lasts for like at least 4 turns, which is really nice there. So I'm able to just keep Earthquaking. I click U-turn there. Toxic here would be a bitch, but at the same time, because I don't have my leftovers, but at the same time I can just keep switching out, so it won't be racking up that much. And I know that he's probably not invested. Yeah, he's definitely not invested in special attack. So at -1 with the parting shot, he really will not be doing that much. He'll do about 40 to 45% to my Gliscor, and I can get a lot of that back with 2 Poison Heal turns. So that's good. And now I'm just kind of party shotting around. He misses another Toxic. This is where I'd rather keep it on normal because it gets pretty stally here towards the end. You know, all the hacks has been pretty damn bad for him. But at the same time, he can still win this game. And that's the Quagsire is the biggest thing. I can't Toxic the Quagsire because I don't have Toxic. And even if I did, it's already burned. Which I wouldn't have really risked that because I would have had Blastoise. I would have had... I mean, I definitely would have kept Persian. I probably would have put Toxic on Persian at least, and then maybe even Porygon 2 as well. I would want an Ice-type move for Dragonite, so I'd probably put Toxic on just Persian instead of Icy Wind, and then keep Ice Beam on the P2. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just trying to taunt and stop Quagsire from recovering and all that. He goes into Victini here as I click Taunt. Good play because he gets basically a free switch in. I tried to see if he had Glaciate a few turns ago, and he didn't use it. He's U-turn, so I'm assuming he doesn't have it. So he just clicks V-Create, the big nuke button, and I kill him with Earthquake. So Banded would have almost killed me. So that's very strong. But yeah, so he's now down to Quagsire and Scizor. Still, I'm scared because this fucking Quagsire can really do a number to me. If it gets Toxics off on my Porygon 2 and Persian, I'm in a problem. I'm in a situation where I basically have to PP stall him, which is not ideal. I've really never tried to do that before. So I clicked Taunt there. I'm not too sure why. Maybe I was predicting Scizor to come in, but it's fine because I can just protect and I can protect again. But I don't. I just taunt. Wait, yeah, I wouldn't protect against Scizor because I wouldn't want him to get up to +2 with Swords Dance. So now I can just protect because I hadn't been protecting, and now he's gonna click Ice Beam. So at this point in the match, I really wish I was on fast speed, but obviously that would not be good. Because in the beginning there was a lot of plays going on that I wanted to explain, but I really can't because of this stuff. Yeah, he finally lands his Toxic, which is awesome. Well, not really. I don't want to say that because I just sound sarcastic and I sound like a jerk, so I'm not going to say that. Anyway, or maybe I don't. I don't know. People are sensitive. He does 5% to my Porygon with Ice Beam, so I know that I can just recover and then teleport the next turn. He recovers as well. Doesn't really do anything at this point. It is like a PowerPoint stall kind of thing. He Toxics again. Thank goodness for negative priority teleport, so I can just get in anything safely, which is so nice. Porygon 2 is amazing. I parting shot here as he brings in Scizor, and I'm like, alright, fuck it. I'm just going to bring in Aerodactyl. I'm not going to play this PP stall shit anymore. I was doing it basically just because Quagsire can beat my team, and I didn't want to play. I wanted to play very carefully around the Quagsire. I go for Dragon Dance to see Ice Beams. I thought he's only shown 3 moves, so I thought his last move might be Scald, and if you burn me, that would be really bad. But he clearly does not have the Scald yet for Ice Beam. Did not get the Freeze. And now I just get the Dual Wing Beat. So Aerodactyl with 2 kills, Gliscor with 2 kills, Boltund with only 1, even though it did like almost 300% damage, but it only got 1 kill. And what else? Persian with 1. So no more Keldeo kills, even though I got 5 in week 1. This is obviously a hacks-ridden game that just went my way completely. And coming into the battle, it's like it was probably one of the most depressing leadoffs or like just team previews I've seen, because I realized I don't have Toxic. How am I gonna beat this guy? I don't have Toxic. He's got Intimidate with Mega Man Electric, so both my setup sweepers, Boltund and Aerodactyl, are just kind of in a bad spot. How the hell am I gonna beat this guy? And if he has Unaware, that's even worse. If he has Water Absorb, that's okay. It's not good, but it's okay. But now that this dude, I mean, yeah, it was tough. Very, very difficult. The Corviknight set was very cool. Really, really cool to see that. Didn't want to face it, but I'm really glad I brought Bulk up because on Boltund. If I didn't, I'd probably lose to that, and that would have been bad, obviously. But yeah, I did that. Then I got hacks. I don't know. I got hacked so much this week, just like I did last week, and it's nice to know I won, but I don't think I would have won this with any. Well, I don't know. The Toxics. You can make a debate. You can debate whether that those really affected the game, because I was switching out so much with P2 and Persian. Persian saw so many turns in this game. So did Gliscor. It was really those two that were doing most of the work. But neither of them got Toxic. He used, how many Toxics did he use? He used 10 Toxics, and none of them were used, or none of them actually landed, which is pretty crazy. I mean, I know he missed like 3. But I don't know. Just playing around the Quagsire was the biggest thing, and also I just think he was sacking things too easily. He sacked the Manectric when he didn't really have to. He sacked the Corviknight when he didn't really have to. He sacked the Victini when he really didn't have to. So, and the biggest thing was when he tricked my Persian. Really wasn't, in my opinion, there wasn't really a reason to do that, because my Persian was only clicking Parting Shot and Dark Pulse, pretty much. I mean, locking me into a move didn't really do much at that point. But it's hard to see that. I mean, hindsight's 20/20. I've been in the same exact position where, I do something that I think works, and then it just doesn't end up doing much. It's tough to predict, but obviously with the hacks tilting him, that makes it even worse. And so I can't blame him. Again, sorry to him. Sorry to Kenan if you're watching this for the shitty hacks, but I don't know. It's part of the game, I guess, and gotta move on. Next week we face JK. who is an IGL friend, and that'll be fun. Hopefully a little bit less hacks. Hopefully a better matchup though, because this matchup was absolutely horrid. I couldn't bring anything I really wanted to. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell, of course. Comment down below your favorite brand of potato chips. Sure, why not? And that'll be it. I'll see you guys next week for whatever it may be, SPS or TEC. Next week is SPS playoffs, so that'll be fun. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.